Welcome back to week 12 of the Fantasy Football Formula. This is the Thanksgiving edition for our betting show picks, where we're only obviously going to go over the 3 games on Thanksgiving, give you our favorite plays from each game. Should be a shorter episode here. Before the night game, I think we will have a few entertaining games here. Usually some of these Thanksgiving slates, I don't know, have seemed to be ugly in past years, but I think we might be in for like a good Thanksgiving.
I'm just happy I don't have to watch Washington football team this year. It's a nice break from them on Thanksgiving Day.
They've been playing well though.
Yeah, they are on a little run, but still, I don't enjoy watching them.
Yeah.
Well, we'll start out with what probably will be the highest. What?
Why aren't the Bears playing this year? They always play.
Yeah, they really do. I don't know why they switched it up, but Justin Fields shoulder injury at the end of that game. Don't love that.
Yeah, he might be out for the year. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it's not that long, but I don't think he plays this week. Thankfully, it's his non-throwing shoulder. So in terms of honestly, Trevor Siemian. Saints legend, New Orleans Saints legend.
I mean, at least you have the Jets this week.
Yeah,
good luck. What do you mean? At least the Jets defense will slaughter Trevor Siemian.
Yeah, we'll get into.
Yeah, I don't know. We're talking about the Bears. All right, Bills versus Lions. 9-point spread in favor of the Bills at a 53-point total. One of the biggest total over-unders of the entire year. In this Bills Lions game. What do you guys got? Who wants to start us off with this Thanksgiving slate?
I'll do it. I think for this game, I'm gonna take the under 53. I think that's way too many points. Short week. It is Thanksgiving. People are traveling. I don't know. I just see.
Are the Bills actually travel? They're just going to stay there, right?
No, I'm sure they went back home.
I think they went back home.
Practice per week, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think they went back.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's weird here because the total's gone under in 6 of the last Bills games, but the over has gone in 9 of the last 12 games for Detroit. So something's got to give here. I like the Bills, but it's a lot of points. I'm just going to take the under of 53 here.
Well, I'm not going to take the over-under side because I really could see a path where this game gets to over 60 points. We just saw what Jacoby Brissett did to that Bills team. They're still missing some pieces on the defensive side. If you told me that Tre'Davious White would be back, which I don't think we know yet, then maybe I could see more pass to the under. But you could still pick on this Bills defense right now. However, I think the side here is just taking the Bills -9. I think the Bills trample the Lions here in Detroit. They got to play on the field last week. I'm not saying that's like a major factor or anything, but they just got to play here in the Dome. I think Josh Allen, big game from Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs. Who on this Lions defense is going to stop Josh Allen? Nobody.
Maybe Hutchinson
and Okudah are pretty decent pieces, but as a whole, unit.
We've seen this Lions team week after week just get destroyed, and now he has to face a top 2 quarterback. They have to face top 2 quarterback in the league. Good luck. The Bills are putting up between 30 to 50 points in this spot. Let's see. I also want to see what their team total is, because their team total, it looks like, and you can get this at even money right now on DraftKings Sportsbook at 31.5.
I was gonna say it's got to be over 30, right?
Yeah, I would take the over on that. And I'm a guy that usually doesn't really like taking overs when things are really high, but I like the over here. I think the Bills just put it on the Lions. So
yeah,
if I had a lock of the week, it would be that one. of
okay.
Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm gonna save my Thanksgiving lock for a couple games later, but I think the Lions have a good shot this week. I'm gonna bet on the only quarterback in this game that's been to a Super Bowl. He's got the
Oh my
great lead,
gosh.
Jared Goff. He's gonna be stuffing the Bills with some touchdowns.
Okay.
I was trying to be creative there for Thanksgiving, but that's
Nick.
I'm going with the Lions +9. It's a lot of points. I think it's a shootout, and two explosive offenses with two bad defenses. So I might even parlay Lions +9 and the over. So that's how I'm going to play this one.
I'm on the other side. I'm with you, PB. Bills -9 here. The Bills look much better in the second half against the Browns. The first half was a little hit and miss. I don't know. Stephon Diggs has a conversation with Doug McDermott. They have a conversation at half, and he gets going in the second there. And Thanksgiving road favorites are 18-4 ATS since 2004. So pretty nice stat there. Like,
is that all against the Lions?
It's probably all against the Lions. Yeah. I didn't do too much research into that.
Yeah.
You said that. That's probably accurate. And thankfully for the Bills, they're still playing the Lions this week. So
It's true.
I think you guys aren't giving the Lions enough credit. I mean, they're 4-6, and just doing some quick math here. Let's list the teams out that they've lost to less than 5 points: Eagles, Vikings, Seahawks, Dolphins. All pretty great
They
teams.
got beat 24-6 by the Cowboys.
All right. Listen, I didn't keep that one.
And 29-0 by the Patriots.
I think that's a little bit of a fluke.
Okay.
I feel like,
but I'm just saying, I think they could stay in games with some of the best teams in the NFL. So
teams legit average over 30 points against, if you just look at, but the Packers were the only team, but if you take every team other than that, and then of course the Giants put up 18, but even if you average the 9 and the 18, I'm pretty sure it's probably 29 points that teams average against the Lions.
Maybe if it was a full strength Bills team that had a fully healthy defense. We know Josh Allen hasn't looked the same. They barely beat the Browns.
They smacked the Browns.
No, they didn't. They won by a touchdown.
Yeah, it was a backdoor little thing at the end there.
No.
But
they looked pretty dominant in that second half. That first half, the Browns were keeping up, but that second half, it was not as close.
They got a little lead, and we fought back into it. But my point is, I think it's not the wagon Bills team. I think these teams are slowing down a little bit. So
people will be calling the Bills a wagon after.
We'll see.
All right, Giants going to play the Cowboys after they just steamrolled the Vikings. We got a same exact spread as the other game. We have a 9-point spread in favor of the Cowboys and a 44.5 points over under. Who wants to start us off here?
I will say, hang on, before you go on FanDuel right now, Lions are +9.5, and then the Cowboys are -8.5.
Okay, so yeah, if you like the Lions,
yeah.
If you like the Cowboys, bet on DraftKings.
Yeah, I like the under in this game, under 44.5. You got a second divisional matchup here. I think this is a game that's like a battle of the trenches type of deal. The Giants' offensive line has been really good this year. Obviously, the Cowboys have an elite defensive line. And on the opposite side of the ball, the Giants' pass rush has been pretty good too, and the Cowboys have a good offensive line. So in these second divisional matchups, I tend to like the under. And just as a little bit of research, the first matchup of the year between these two, the over-under was 38.5. Game finished at 39 points. So I think we get a pretty similar outcome.
Yeah, I like that call. I'm not sure which side to be on here. I think, beating the Vikings like that is pretty impressive. So you like to think that the Cowboys are the best team in the NFL, or at least the hottest right now. So I don't know. I've always liked the Giants this year, though. I think they're a good team. They got a solid defensive core, and they certainly got better from last year. So um, I like the over. It just seems like the safer side to play there.
I'm with Nick on this one. I like the over 44.5. The Giants, I believe, just lost like 2 corners. Like the Giants were actually like their defense was playing fairly well, but like I'm pretty sure this last game, I want to say Dory Jackson,
Yep.
and then wasn't there another guy?
Jason Pinnock left
Yeah,
the
I'm
game.
pretty sure they lost 2 of their corners.
They're questionable.
Yeah, so on a short week, I don't think they'll play. But yes, I think Dak, I think this is another spot where the Cowboys are going to put up 30 plus, and then Giants just have to put up like 17 points.
2 scores.
Weird game out of Saquon last week, though, huh?
Yeah, but I do think
What was that
Saquon
about?
could have a decent bounce back here. Like that is kind of how you want to attack the Cowboys. And then Daniel Jones is going to run the ball as well. So, they did lose Wan'Dale Robinson, which probably was their best receiver, but this team's been built more on like Daniel Jones running, Saquon running, catching the ball. So I think this game's going to go over. I really do. I like it. Mainly because of the Cowboys.
Well, there's a lot of different stats going each different direction here. Giants are 5-2 ATS in the last 7. The Cowboys are 7-2 ATS last 9. The under has gone, the total has gone under 13 times last 20 games for Dallas. Under has gone in 4 of the last 5 for the Giants. Giants have terrible stats going up against Dallas, but that's just because the Giants have been a pretty bad team as of like the last couple of years, like 2-9.
They haven't had a competent coach in years.
Yeah, 2-9 ATS last 11 against the Cowboys, 1-10 straight up in the last 11. I mean, all these trends are pointing, but I think that's just from poor teams in the past.
Yeah, you have much better offenses right now, especially with Dable. Like I think.
Yeah, you definitely do. I think the Dallas game yesterday against the Vikings was kind of fluky. It just got way out of hand way too quickly. And I don't know if the Cowboys, besides, having some, their offense looking pretty good. I don't think their defense is really tested all too much. I mean, they played well. But with the Giants not having really good passing attack right now, and it's all run funnel for them. I don't know. I can just see this game kind of, again, being an under type of game. But I'm going to take the Giants to cover this at plus 8.5. I just think it's divisional game. And we always talk about these divisional games being 1, low scoring, and 2, very close games or relatively close. So I like the Giants here to cover this.
Okay. Well, last game, probably the ugliest of the 3. At least I think. I think the other 2 could be absolute shootouts. Now we get the Patriots going to Minnesota to play primetime Kirk. I don't know why they saved this. This is the one they have for the Sunday night one or the Thursday night one. But what do you guys like here?
I love the Vikings here. I love them. I think they are still one of the top teams in the NFC. I think, again, like I just said, I think the game against the Cowboys was a fluke. I mean, it happens every year with any team. If you're doing really well, you have a bad game, and it is what it is. They've won 8 games for a reason. Though I will say, I saw a stat today. They have a negative score differential in the entire year, and they're 8-2.
They did. They did before that, that insane blowout by 30 points too. Like they had a negative point differential going into that game that they lost by 30 plus.
Which is absolutely.
They've been the luckiest team in the NFL all year.
Yeah. Well, hey, you need luck to win the Super Bowl. And I still think they have a really talented roster here. Their defense needs to kind of figure it out. But do we know who they're playing against? The Patriots have no offense. Literally zero offense. They didn't score a touchdown last week against the Giants. Yeah, their special teams did. I
The
mean,
defense is nice.
yeah, the defense is nice when it's playing terrible quarterbacks. I mean,
Yeah.
I think when you come against a quarterback, yes, Kirk has struggled in prime time and his record's terrible, but I mean, I think this is an easy spot. So I'm gonna take Minnesota at home. They're 5-1 straight up, the last 6 at home, and 5-0 ATS in the last 5 against AFC opponents. Yeah, and I just don't think the Patriots have an offense that can move the ball very well. So give me the Minnesota Vikings. I think they win by at least a touchdown here.
I'm riding with you, Corey. This is my lock of the day. I was expecting the Patriots to come out of the bye week and like have figured out their offensive woes and really like the quarterback situation. And I think that everyone's just in denial that Zappy's better than Mac Jones.
Mm.
So
Mm.
really start him. I don't see Mac Jones doing very well. He kind of reminds me a lot of Baker Mayfield, where he had a really good first season and like everyone got their hopes up like he was the guy, and then in like 2 years he's going to be sitting behind Sam Darnold.
Carolina.
Just not seeing what I want out of Mac Jones anymore. I know he doesn't have too many receiving options, but it's better than last year, and he got significantly worse. So to say that they're going to go into Minnesota on a short week and hold it within a field goal, I think is outlandish. So I like the Vikings here in a bounce back spot. They're going to show that they're serious about their Super Bowl run this year and close down the Patriots pretty good on a full Thanksgiving belly.
Well, I will be fading both of you there and be taking the Patriots +3. I will say if this was like on a Sunday at like 1:00 or something and Patriots, I would take the Vikings -3. But it's a rule of mine. I will never, ever bet on primetime Kirk. So like, I don't even think you take the +3 here. I think you just take Patriots money line at +135. Because like if it's primetime Kirk that shows up, like the Patriots are winning this game. And if primetime Kirk doesn't show up and it's just like regular Kirk Cousins and he looks decent and getting the ball to Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson, well then yeah, they're gonna cover this. So I like the Patriots money line here at +135. I think you got the two favorites, the Cowboys and the Bills, taking care of business, and then the underdog gets it done in the last game. I do not see all three favorites winning on Thanksgiving.
I'm with you.
Does the Minneapolis Miracle happen to play any sort of bias in this pick? Just curious.
No, look at primetime Kirk's like it's not me making up primetime Kirk. Like it's a known thing. He's terrible historically in prime time. He just can't. He just like gets too anxious or something, and like when the spotlight's on him, when he knows people are watching, he just like can't get it done.
That's such a stupid thing because millions of people watch the games on Sundays.
Yeah, but he doesn't feel it as much, I don't think, because he knows there's like 8 other games going on. But when Thanksgiving, he knows the whole world is watching him, and that's when he just crumbles. And he's gonna probably do it again on Thanksgiving.
Well, you guys rudely interrupted Alex.
Oh, you're good. You're good. PB, I'm with you. I'm gonna take the points. I'm a Patriots +3 here.
No money line?
No, I'm gonna take the points. I think it's a close game. I think Minnesota, we saw the main issue. I called it out last week. It's their offensive line against a good pass rush. And Christian Darrisaw had another concussion back-to-back weeks, and they're on a short.
Okay, he might not play.
There's no way he plays. Back with the way the league is trending after the Tua stuff and how cautious they're being about the concussions. Back-to-back weeks of getting a concussion. There's no way.
You got the other Christian on the other side too. Barmore.
Yeah. But I think the Cowboys had like 7 sacks, forced fumble by Parsons, and Matthew Judon is playing his way into the defensive player of the year conversation. And I think he has a great game against Minnesota here. Again, for whatever reason, say what you will, about whether it's the numbers and Kirk knowing that multiple millions of people are watching versus a 1:00 game, whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but it's a thing for a reason. And I will be fading primetime Kirk as well.
You've historically won lots of money doing it. So let's say it loses today, just do it the next time he plays. If he makes the playoffs, boom, you have another primetime game to fade him then. So
I will say I put together my favorite bet of the day, though, is I put together a 6-point teaser with the 3 games, took the Bills down to -3.5, and then the 2 underdogs, the Giants up to +15 and the Patriots up to +9. I think that's a lock.
The one thing I could just see is the Patriots
Seems really
not
nice.
being able to score points, and I could see them losing by 10. That's the only issue. The other ones sound good.
Yeah, and part of that is like you never tease through 0. So
yeah,
even if you do like the Vikings, you don't bring them up to
I mean, it's +3.
You don't do that. You don't do that.
I don't.
You can,
my
do
teaser,
whatever you want.
You can do whatever you
Alex.
want, but my teaser rules are even more strict. I only tease through if it goes through 7 and 3. If it doesn't go through both of those numbers, which are I think the 2 most key numbers in spreads, then I don't take it. So
3, 4, 7. 4 is also
yeah. So like when you get things from like 8.5 to 2.5, those are those things have to fall for me right in there. But no games line up in this spot for that. So, but that'll do it, I believe, unless you guys have any other thoughts here. Probably you need to bet like Gabe, Diggs, anytime touchdown score, like one of those is cashing.
I would say do put together like a touchdown, anytime touchdown score from the 3 games. I go Diggs for the first one. Actually, you know what? You could I do Diggs. I'd run it back with probably Zeke Elliott for the Cowboys because dude, Zeke always plays well on Thanksgiving.
They give him the goal line touches.
Yeah, they do.
You got 2 last
week.
I don't know. I would rather target these backup corners and just say and go Lamb.
But it's easier. But it's easier to think that. I mean, he's gonna get at least you think 1 or 2 opportunities from the goal line.
Yeah, but he sucks. So it's like, is he gonna cash in on those?
I mean, he did last week. So, and then for the Vikings Patriots game, I'd take
Hawkinson.
I'd probably take Jefferson or Hawkinson as anytime touchdown.
I like the one Vikings piece I will say that I like, even though I don't like the Vikings. I like Hawkinson.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I bet that's a really good juicy little
Patriots defense always there too.
Plus 1,000 something.
Yeah, easily. That's might be.
And if you replace Gabe with Diggs in that same parlay, you get even more because I like Gabe a lot.
Dude, Gabe has done absolutely like nothing all year. He's like one of the worst route runners. Like besides that one game where he had like 3 touchdowns or whatever, and those long balls, his routes ran to the targets he's receiving is awful. I don't think he's a very good receiver, to be honest. I think they're missing.
Yeah, but this is a
complimentary receiver. He's a good.
This is not a play on Gabe Davis's talent. This is a play on Josh Allen's talent and getting the ball to him.
Just imagine if they had OBJ there.
They might after this game.
I would take Gabe over OBJ, but anyway.
He said he's signing for Thursday, so we'll see.
Yeah, he was impressed with the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I think it's Cowboys, Bills, or Giants, and I don't think it's Giants until next year.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it for Thanksgiving picks episode, and we will be breaking down the Thanksgiving DFS slate. Hopefully you didn't watch our last one, the main slate. It was it was my worst week ever. We're trying to bounce back on this Monday Night Football versus the Cardinals 49ers.
It's because I was on the show.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Let's hopefully we see like Kittle go off because I think we all like him tonight. Yeah. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode. Like and subscribe.